We were live streaming the whole time.
Were we?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Now it's time for Past Week, Next Week with Chris and Paul.
Hi, Chris.
Hey, Paul.
It's great to be back, isn't it?
Oh, it is. Yeah, it feels like it's been a moment.
It's been a while. It's been a while, but we're back with we call it the Past Week, Next Week program.
Mm-hmm.
And this is kind of like a reboot, I guess, is what the kids call it.
Oh, wow, I didn't realize we were going that far with it, but that's exciting.
And tell the good people
what
we do, what we like to start the show off with.
So typically when we do this show, and I'll admit, folks, I'm a little rusty. It's been, maybe a couple of months at this point. Mm-hmm. But what we do is we take a look at the past week and we provide insight, analysis, and a little bit of a funny look. And then we look ahead toward the next week to try and prepare you for what's to come. So that's the intent. Now, do we always hit it? I don't know. You guys tell me.
That was good. But
but the song.
I thought you were just going to talk about
the song. See, I told you guys I was rusty. So every week, Paul picks a song that he thinks sort of encapsulates the past week.
Uh-huh.
He plays it, and then I try to guess why he chose said song.
Okay, so here we go. Here is that song that he was talking about called Demolition Man by the Police on Past Week, Next Week.
Okay, good song, by the way. These guys are so good, and I'm just sad that if we defunct them, we may never hear them play again. So, I'm thinking here, Demolition Man. Does this have anything to do with Putin, perhaps, going in and demolishing Ukraine?
See what you're doing? You're like looking at you're ripping things right from the headlines.
Yes, yeah.
And you're trying to, because I do that sometimes.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's sort of your deal.
But that's not it.
Okay.
Let me tell you, I'll give you a hint.
Okay.
It's very difficult, but really it's very easy.
Oh, I have another guess.
Okay.
It might be the former guy trying to destroy democracy by any means possible, even taking classified documents to his hotel that he lives in and just eating them.
Now, see, that would fit, but that wasn't my mindset.
Okay. Demolition Man.
You're thinking deep. It's very difficult for you to figure this out, but it's actually very simple.
Well, it was a movie with Wesley Snipes, right? Am I on to something?
No. Okay.
Okay, good.
I'm going to go ahead and tell you.
Okay.
Do you think, why don't you give us one last...
Okay, give me a moment. We'll let the nice people enjoy the music. Pardon me, the little belts there, the coffee's repeating on me here. Okay, Demolition Man, what's been happening in the news? It's not the Ukraine, it's not the former guy. I don't know if it's the January 6th stuff.
Is it something about the news?
About the news itself?
Is it?
I think it is.
The answer?
Yeah.
Because I like this song a lot, and I wanted to play it.
Oh, okay. See, yeah, I was looking for deeper meaning.
That's gone, folks.
Yeah.
The reboot, we're not going to be as prepared as we were. We're not going to offer as many insightful comments as we did the past.
I'm really going to have to work at that first one.
Yeah. And also, we're not going to be as fun. It's a new year. It's a new generation.
I like the lowering of expectations. I think that's fair.
Yeah, I think so so too. And, I heard this song a few months ago. And I thought this song is awesome.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna play it.
Yeah, this I put into like the jam band type stuff the Police would do. And it was fun.
Chris, do you know any of the history of the Police, the group?
No, not that.
Now, when they broke up, this is the only thing I know. I'm very curious about their forming because Stuart Copeland is an American and the other guys are English. And I wonder how that happened.
Yeah, I have no idea.
But I do know, the only thing I know at the end, when they broke up in the late 80s, they were touring in LA. Okay? And they got lost trying to get to the gig.
For real.
And they were really frustrated
that's just a straight
and fighting with each other.
Then
And
drag
Stuart
the echo
Copeland
on.
yells, "Fuck the police."
Here the sound gets bigger, and then you put the compression.
Oh.
Meanwhile, a
That's a
young Andre, Dr. Dre, heard it outside his window.
No.
And that's why
Played
they
like
came
Message
up
in a
with the
Bottle was
song.
played like this.
That could not be real.
Does it sound real at all?
No.
No, it's
Could
completely.
you just play
Okay.
that?
Okay.
So you can hear what it sounds like without any difference.
It'd be
at all,
a
without using the pedal at all.
fantastic story.
What would that then sound like?
But
So that's F the police. No, I want to know the origin story.
Yeah.
You know what I don't want to hear is the origin story of the Batman. I get it.
Oh, really? Have you heard that before?
God, we're gonna have another movie about it. Okay,
I know.
folks, let's get into this.
Okay.
That was the police. Okay? From Demolition Man, and that basically sums up the past 2 months. Welcome to Past Week Next Week with Chris and Paul.
I'm Chris.
I'm Paul, the show where we review the most important things from the past 2 months and get you ready for the next week. It's your one-stop podcast to keep you updated. It's a real week review. Just listen to us. You won't need any other information outlet. That's our guarantee. If it's Sunday morning, you're listening to us and watching us on Facebook Live, listening on KCTK Radio, you can join the program by calling or texting us at 913-735-0060. We welcome your participation. If you're listening to a rebroadcast of this program, I think our last show that we did in it was December, Chris. Can you
Did
believe
we do
that?
it? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's our most rebroadcast show.
Really?
Yep.
Has that just been playing every time there's a slot for a show?
right.
That's the one?
That's right. Right. So if you're listening to, here's what I'm worried about.
Yeah.
People will be listening to this during the rebroadcast time, and they'll be like, "Where's that old show I liked?"
That I've listened to daily for 2 months. Oh,
Yeah.
God.
But if you're listening, you can always give us a call at 913-735-0060 or the Past Week Next Week Facebook page. We also welcome your participation. Coming up, we have weekly news quiz, pop culture update, incredible special feature, headlines and
Incredible.
predictions, and much, much more. But first, it's been a while, Chris.
Yeah.
What is going on with you?
It's hard to summarize 2 months. So, we did the holiday thing with the family. Very nice.
Okay, you did that this year.
Yeah, we did that. Then just a bunch of stuff happened. My youngest, Abby, tore her ACL. Had to get surgery for that. I got the COVID, so I was laid up with that for a couple of weeks.
That's right.
Yeah, so I guess a lot has been happening. And then in the meantime, in the midst of all that, I did my commercial demo for voiceover. So that's...
Well, let's start with the personal stuff. I mean, you had... First of all, I also want to welcome the texter who's with us.
Oh, yeah, forgot about that guy.
And I am very happy that he came back. He's back. He's better than ever.
He's way back.
And let's see what he has to say for a few of his hilarities. Which, when I'd be walking down the street all the time.
Sure, you're a streetwalker.
Yeah, and they'd say, aren't you the guy from that podcast? Mm-hmm. Say, yeah. And they say, hey, when's the texter coming back?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's really... He's got a sort of a cult following. It's like a subset of Past Week, Next Week that are all in on
Yeah.
the texter.
Do you remember that the Tracy Ullman show started The Simpsons?
Right.
That's kind of what this is.
Yeah.
He wants to change his name to Bob Trester. How about Bob Texter, okay? He went to grade school with him, and I see the Texter makes me think of his name. By the way...
Oh, his nickname was Meatball.
Meatballs. Why was that movie called Meatballs?
I have no idea.
I don't. It had nothing to do with anything.
Are you ready for the summer?
You choose a song with police because there's a warrant out for your arrest or my arrest.
Yeah.
Your bathroom has been demolished.
It
Ooh,
has.
that would have been appropriate.
Right. Your bathroom.
The song came out years ago. They were gay lovers, I guess, when they met.
Huh. How about that? Mystery solved.
And what's this next one? I don't know. Can you say that name?
Ngayo Belam was going to be on the show, but now not.
Okay, because Facebook sucks. Thanks.
Yeah.
Urban hiking. What?
Well, you're always out walking.
Yes. Okay.
In the
so
streetscape.
the personal stuff.
Yeah.
Couple things. I don't know. A lot of people know this, but since the time I understand you've been through a lot.
Uh-huh.
You've changed careers a couple times, and then didn't you get divorced and then back together, married to the same woman?
Yeah, it's been a whirlwind. It's been nuts. So for a while there, I took a little detour into medicine, and I don't know, being a doctor's not for me.
Yeah.
So then I changed back to an actor, of course, and Hollywood sucks. So now I'm back to being in the world of corporate learning and development.
Yeah, and then you had a child too, right?
I had two.
Yeah.
One didn't make it, but we're recovering. We're recovering, and then the other just started college yesterday.
That's
so
great.
Packed a lot into these last 2 months.
Great. Now, when you got COVID, what the weekend that you got COVID, what were you going to do?
Yeah, let me tell you about that.
Talk about that a little bit.
So the holidays are fun. But when they end, you're in that desolate wasteland. It's January.
Don't I know it?
Nothing's going on. So I was all excited because I was going to go on a weekend cruise. Go down to the Caribbean, hit the Bahamas, do my thing.
Yeah.
With good friends. The trip was one thing.
I thought you were going with us.
The company was what really made it worth it.
Yeah.
So I was going with you and your brothers and nephew and just, good times. Here's what sucks. We were leaving Friday. Is that right? Yeah. Monday morning, I woke up and I'm like, something's off. I don't know. Something is.
You woke up that morning and got yourself a cold.
Yeah. I woke up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy.
Okay.
Yeah, I felt like I had a cold. And then later on in the afternoon, I'm like, got the shivers and I had a fever and it just got progressively worse.
You needed more cowbell.
I was going to want that cowbell. I should have trusted him.
Yeah.
And went and got my test, and sure enough, that Wednesday I came back positive. I had the COVID. We were supposed to leave on Friday.
COVID, yeah.
Okay, so I didn't get to go on the cruise, and you got to go and have lots of fun and get a room all to yourself.
Yeah, I had to sit in a room all by myself with the big bed and the no snoring and the... it was terrible.
Yeah, but you went on the cruise.
I did.
Yeah, did you have fun?
Yeah, I did. It was a fun time. I drank. I went ahead and drank since you weren't there.
No, thank you. Yes.
So that was nice.
That was.
But that was
nice.
fun. It was, we're down there and it's cold. It's still cold when it's January. So you don't get
too
to
bad.
Be in the sun and jump in the pool and stuff, but it was still a lot of fun.
Did you wear your Speedo?
Yes.
Okay.
As always.
Okay, good.
Well, actually, I didn't. That's more of a formal affair for me.
Yes.
That's work clothes.
What kind of work do you do?
It's great for the community. It's good stuff. So yeah, and then you've been working on your I don't know, circus. Your circus. Circus school or clown school or something?
Voiceover school.
Okay,
yeah.
all right.
Yeah, so...
Tell us about that.
So I've been going through
those of us who
voiceover
listen
coaching.
to this program would love your voice, by the way.
Well, thank you. It's a little rough this morning. I noticed I've got some mucus going on, so I don't know what's happening there. But
you were with your you had a play date with your friends last night.
Oh, God, I bet I caught something.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've been working with a voiceover coach, which has been enlightening. And this is why I want you to play this and give me your honest feedback on it, because he directed me to go against every instinct that I have when it comes to
the
voiceover.
George Costanza way.
It It is totally the Costanza. So I listened to it and I'm like, I guess it's good, but man, if I were doing it without direction, I definitely wouldn't have done it this way. So I don't know. We'll
Okay.
yeah.
Well, folks, this is the world premiere. You're hearing it here first. The what do you call this? The,
Commercial voiceover demo.
no.
We don't.
This is the Chris Whiting experience. The first episode, and this is a sneak preview of what you can have at home
Yep.
if you order the Chris Whiting experience.
Call now.
It's time to raise the bar on how you burger. Try any of our triple-double smash burgers for just $6.99. Triple the cheese and double the juicy beef in every bite. Ken?
That sounds delicious.
It does sound delicious, doesn't it?
To be fair, folks, I think anyone that knows me knows it doesn't take me a lot to want to eat a cheeseburger.
Yeah.
But with that said, I want that smash burger.
Yeah, you do.
And I want it shoved in the hole below my nose.
Okay, didn't know where you were going with that at first, but you want double the beef,
Yeah.
triple the cheese, right?
Now, I'm going to critique as I go along.
Sure.
That, I didn't hear the Chris Whiting personality. I think that's maybe what they were trying to do.
To get the personality out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were very business. You were like, I'm here to sell a burger. I don't have time to be your buddy, be your friend.
Okay. That's the direction I got.
I would rather have a burger with a friend, but that's just
Okay.
that's
Fair
just
enough.
me. But I'm not your. I can imagine your target audience is, I don't know. They always say that the demographics are like 20 to 35,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
I'm thinking it's people who are, they're vegans. Okay.
That's definitely the target audience for that ad.
They're not very religious. They have tried to do this path. They meditate every day, but it's just going nowhere. And they're on a path of healthiness, but they're frustrated.
Happens.
And as opposed to an ad that encourages them to develop themselves and be healthy, you're going to get them where they hurt.
Yeah.
And that's what happens.
Yeah.
And that basically is the health epidemic of our country more than COVID is obesity because of finally produced ads like this.
Wow. So I'm contributing
Yeah,
to the downfall.
No, you're
of America.
you're contributing to what America's all about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gluttony. Yeah. Love it.
Ace Hardware is your local hardware store.
Let's say with this.
Ken's Ace Hardware is juicy beef in every bite. Ken's Ace Hardware is your local hardware store where friendly employees help you find exactly what you need. With great brands like Milwaukee Tools and Benjamin Moore Paint. Adopting a child is a...
What was the background noise? Someone's in a
Someone's
register?
someone's working the
Now,
cash
do you-
register in 1972.
Did you, I guess I have two questions. Did you produce all of those things?
No,
All the
so-
noises behind it?
So I got on, not a Zoom, but like a software program that's for recording voiceover. So I was in my home studio. They were in New York and recorded me, just the voice. And then they took it and did all the production stuff.
Did you go to a hot tub time machine to go back in time to where there were neighborhood stores and Amazon didn't?
Apparently I did. I mean, yeah. The only thing they're missing is like the sound of the crank
Yeah.
on the old cash register.
And a guy saying, that'll be 2 bits, please. So that was great.
Yeah, thank you.
That makes me want to, you know what? It makes me want to be a handyman. It makes me feel like,
Okay.
you know what? I'm tired of the disrepair of my own home.
Yes.
Of just the floors falling apart. I know a buddy who has a bathroom that's gutted out.
Yeah.
He needs to hear this.
Oh, does he ever? He needs Ken bad.
An act of compassion that changes the world.
Okay, I got back.
Adoption is like Milwaukee Tools and Benjamin Moore Paint. Adopting a child is an act of compassion that changes the world. Adoption is family. Adoption is love. Adoption is amazing.
Okay, adoption.
Yeah.
Now, I agree with everything that you said there. I really do believe. I admire people who adopt.
Uh-huh.
and it really is a compassionate thing, and it's a love thing.
Yeah.
I didn't need no ad to tell me that, but I know that you have adopted some children.
Right.
So I feel like you're being like, I'm all that and a bag of chips. I'm basically the second coming of Christ because I have done this and you haven't, Paul.
Right.
You've produced very bright children, beautiful children who take after the mom, but also some of the insecurities and anxieties that their father had.
Instability.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know about that one.
Yeah. I do kind of think I'm the second coming of Jesus Christ of Nazareth. And you know what's funny about that one? Having adopted kids, I have a bit of an emotional connection to adoption. That was the first take, and the guy goes, "We could do more, but I don't know how we're going to get better than that." And I listened to it, and it sounds fine.
Yeah.
I just, I don't know.
You know what I could hear in your voice?
What's
or
that?
hear?
What's that?
Which I never thought I could hear before. I could hear a tear.
Yeah, you sure did.
Did they coach you that?
Yeah.
Make sure you hear your tears.
Yeah. They said put a tear in your mouth so people can hear it when you talk. And
Gotcha.
you're going to get them.
Gotcha.
You're going to grab them by the heartstrings.
I'm going to adopt something.
And the balls.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of, I adopted Gilly 10 years ago. It was Regatta Week this week.
Oh, I saw the puppy pictures that Phil posted of her. They were so cute.
Am I almost like...
You're very much like.
Yeah.
The
second coming of Paul the Apostle.
There's always food and fun at Dave & Buster's. And now there's more to come back for with the Eat and Play combo only $15.99. Or double your games for only $8 more.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm critiquing here.
Yeah.
I love it so very much. But I don't hear fun, Chris, in there.
I know.
Dave & Buster's is fun.
So
sure, it's no main event. Okay, it's no Aladdin's Castle. Okay?
Right. Yeah. Spaceport's ass.
Right.
So I come in with the hey everybody, David. You can always come back for food and fun at Dave & Buster's.
Yeah.
And now even more with the Eat and Play. And he's like, no, you're pushing it. You're acting. You're acting like an actor. You got to pull it back. Be subtle. So that's
a little more. What's the guy's name? But a little less Jim Carrey.
Yes. Yeah.
Jimmy Joe, Bob Thornton.
Yes. Yeah.
He's great. He's Jerry Bob's. I don't know the guy's name.
Well, Betty Joe, Billy Joe, and Bobby Joe.
Every parent knows a great nurse makes all the difference.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I'm a parent.
Children's Mercy. Nationally ranked care. Nationally recognized nurses. Even when it's...
That was about Children's Mercy Hospital.
Right. Yeah.
Great place.
Oh,
really,
yeah.
Really. Unfortunately, you've had to take your children there.
I have, yeah, and thank God they were there. They do a heck of a job.
I had to take baby Madeline there when we thought she had RSV.
Yeah, you know me.
Yeah, and
that's scary stuff.
Yeah, and they were great. So
yeah,
I now this is I don't understand advertising because I guess you need to advertise that and get it out so people know you're there.
Right.
But they're not. I don't want to do business with them. You know what I mean?
Right. But when you have to,
yeah,
it's good to know that they've got good nurses.
Yeah. And every parent knows that's
everyone
what you need.
knows that's what you need. Yeah.
I mean, and that's everyone knows that, and that's why they're the most underpaid people in the hospital.
Do you know how you can tell which one's the head nurse?
I do.
Okay.
It's not business as usual. We still take care of businesses and get the nationally recognized nurses. Even when it's not business as usual, we still take care of businesses and get the job done. Whatever your challenge, we're here. Commerce Bank. Challenge accepted.
Yeah. Yeah, your former employer.
I don't work there anymore. We're against them.
Oh, sorry.
Those of us in the credit union movement feel like those big banks are ruining our country.
Oh, sorry, dude.
Okay.
Yeah. When I was sourcing scripts, you worked for them. I mean, what am I supposed to do?
Do one for your local credit union.
I can't keep up with all of your different jobs.
Listen, we haven't done our show in a while.
It's true.
I miss Kelly so very much, so I had to go work with her. Okay. That's why I haven't done this podcast, because I don't need this for my Kelly time.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
Chris,
Yeah.
you're outstanding. This is I hope that someone will represent you
I hope.
in the way that you deem necessary. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I have a meeting with an agency on Tuesday, so we'll see how she goes.
Let's see how effective these ads were.
Okay.
The texter says, "Let's go get some burgers today." Now that he sold it there, man.
Man, yeah.
Man, not today, but I would love to get some burgers with the texter. In fact, we tried to do that Tuesday, but the burger joint was closed.
Yeah, that's true.
Not trying. He's not trying to be funny. Not trying to get a laugh. I know anyone's worst day of the job, but I do any of these can't change the rules just because you don't like how I'm doing it. Don't worry, it's just a bank.
Yep.
You are an agent.
Oh, they are not an agent. They are your hype man. That's right. That's right.
Wow.
That's a reminder I needed because I had sort of forgotten. But yes, what I need more than anything is a hype man.
Yeah, yeah. You know, you got to get one of those. The Midge Maisel has. She's good.
Oh yeah, Susie. She's
Yeah.
the best. Yeah.
She stole her money, but she's gonna get back.
Okay. I'm not up to date on what's happening with the Maisel.
I am.
I dropped out mid third season. I don't know. It just kind of jumped the shark for me.
No, I'm back, and I love that show so very much.
Yeah.
I find the lead actress insanely attractive that it's distracting to watching the show.
You know, it's funny. My sister, I went out to dinner with her this week, and she said the exact same thing. She loves Maisel, and she thinks that is it Rachel Brosnahan, something, I can't remember her name, but the actress, she's like, she is like just ridiculously pretty. I'm like, yeah, she is.
Well, she's pretty, and she's just so funny, and
Yeah.
I just love her so very much.
Yeah, yeah. It's really not fair that one person has that much talent
Right.
and appeal.
Right. So there you go.
Yeah.
But what else has been going on? Now, let's talk about, before we transition to my active life, there's we kind of postponed the show because we were busy, and I started a new fun thing I'm doing, and also I got into Chiefs football. We were every Sunday we're going to
Yes.
watch the football,
Yeah.
and I said, well, let's just start after the Super Bowl because obviously the Chiefs are going to the Super
Chiefs
Bowl.
were going to be Super Bowl champions again.
I mean that Buffalo game just
Oh.
it jacked me up with
Yeah.
adrenaline. They stuck it up there, and the adrenaline happened, and I loved it so very much. I've said that before. So yeah,
yeah, it's like we peaked a couple of weeks early. However, Buffalo played such an amazing game. Like, the only way we could win was to have that outstanding, crazy game. So, yeah, was I disappointed when they lost the next week? Abso-freaking-lutely, especially when they started out so strong.
Now, are you like a good person that says, well, they had a good season, can't win them all, it's fun? Or are you like me that says, I hate them, they broke my heart again, I'm burning every Lynn Dawson thing I have?
I'm not quite there.
Okay.
So I'm not quite to hating the Chiefs. However, I was hating on Joe Burrow and the Bengals. So maybe that's where, instead of being disappointed with the team that I love, I turned that disappointment into anger and pushed it outward toward a perceived enemy that I made up in my head.
Again, very American of you. Again, very American
Thank
of you.
you. Yes.
For someone who really isn't an enemy, just a competitor.
Yeah, just someone that went out, competed, had a great game, and I was pissed, and I took much joy in them losing the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And that's petty and vindictive.
Yes.
And fuck you.
Right,
So,
right.
yeah.
Yeah, so I was disappointed, and I kind of watched the Super Bowl a little bit, but
Yeah.
not really active on it.
Yeah.
And no Super Bowl parties. No one
No.
I knew had a Super Bowl party, and
Yeah, we just watched it at home.
yeah.
Mostly for the commercials. I mean, I sort of paid attention. I scrolled through my phone. Mm-hmm. Yeah, just sat there on the couch and...
Okay, we're meandering. Let me tell you,
Please, I want to know what's happened with you.
it's pretty exciting. I told you about about the cruise, but I got to go to Hutchinson, Kansas for a week. So,
What?
yeah.
Hutch?
Yeah, during a snowstorm. So,
Oh, wow.
these are the type of opportunities that when you open up your life and you say yes to things, these are the things that open up on you, Chris.
So, what do you do in Hutch? Like, what's fun down there?
No idea. I don't think that word has reached them quite yet. But yeah, I learned a lot. And
Yeah.
isn't that fun?
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Someone on a Saturday morning cartoon one time said knowledge is power. And
Oh, I've heard
in
that.
a way, I think they were completely wrong, but in another way, they were right.
Yeah. So what did you learn?
I learned a computer system.
Oh, okay.
So oh, the texter. He doesn't even text anymore. He's still funny.
So now it's visuals.
And I'm trying to think. Oh, the big news in my life. If anyone, this is very revealing about where my priorities are and what I care about.
Okay.
I got my pool resurfaced
Yes.
in December, and I'm so happy about it, and I can't wait till summer
Oh, man.
to swim in it and frolic.
Oh, that'll be fun. The pictures looked fantastic.
All our listeners is invited also to come over
Okay.
and frolic and swim.
Is it soft? Is it like a spongy covering on it, or what?
Yeah, I would say yes, kind of spongy. Have you ever been to a newer playground where they have kind of a soft?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not quite that thick, but it's kind of like that.
Okay. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
That is what it looked like in the pics. And oh my God, such a beautiful
And it looks
blue
nice,
color.
and it is supposed to. It's the way it's supposed to be weather resistant, hot and cold, and also so it doesn't crack. And also something about algae you can't grow in it or something.
Oh.
So it's great.
Wow.
We're going to have a listener appreciation day at Paul's pool,
Oh, that'll be fun.
KCTK pool.
But bring your own algae, folks, because it's not going to
Yeah.
be growing in the pool.
The listener appreciation day is really any day in this summer when I have the pool open. You're welcome to come over.
Oh, okay. Wow. So Listener Appreciation Day is any day in the summer?
Yeah, he can come over anytime he wants.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
And the texter wrote something that's really important. Pools are perfect for holding water.
You know, it's sometimes the simple things like that that don't even dawn on me.
Now, Chris, we haven't done, we have a guarantee.
Oh, right. Yes.
And we cover all the important things. That's another reason that we haven't done a show in a while, is that nothing really has happened that's important.
yeah. Not one thing.
So, I don't know if we want to get into news stuff, but let's just get into our news quiz.
Yeah. I've missed this. I haven't kept my mind sharp.
News quiz, we go to the Slate News Quiz. They ask us questions. We give them answers. And we use it as a launching point to clarify and probe the news. And and here we go, folks.
Okay.
Okay. A Democrat candidate for mayor in which city was the target of an assassination attempt in his campaign headquarters on Monday?
I have not heard about this.
Me neither.
I'm guessing it's not Columbia because I think I would have heard. There's crazy going on in Arizona right now. That would be my guess.
I think that's it too.
Oh,
We got it wrong.
God, we suck.
Sorry, folks. The answer is Louisville, Kentucky. Craig Greenberg was the target of the shooting. There were no injuries in the incident, but one round did appear to strike Greenberg's clothing.
Wow. Was he wearing hammer pants? You would think if it hits your clothing, it's going to hit you.
Yeah, he's the hammer. He says, "I'm putting the hammer to City Hall." That's kind of his, his slogan. So this gets into. There's a probe for the January 6th of more than a year ago, by the way, when they violently got into our Capitol.
Right.
We have a former president that is under investigation everywhere, and they're going to do a January 6th investigation, and you betcha. And I'm sick of it, Chris.
God.
I'm
Just
sick
wake
of
me
it.
up when there's something to actually report about it.
What's wrong with these guys? Why aren't the Democrats fighting what they need to do and showing that they can say this is wrong and we have to deal with it? Why aren't they doing it?
Because the Democratic Party is so fractured right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you saw that. There is such a divide between the moderates and the progressives. And you saw the school board vote in San Francisco, where in San Francisco, a very Democratic left-leaning city, those people were too progressive for San Francisco.
Do you know what those idiots were doing up there?
I mean, I heard some of this stuff.
First of all, they haven't had school in like 9 months.
Wow.
Because of the COVID. But they were meanwhile they were doing things like we can't name a school after Abraham Lincoln because
I heard
Mary
that.
Todd had a slave one time in her life.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, they've lost their mind.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the other side is like getting rid of our democracy and doing everything they can and throwing confidential stuff down the toilet
Or eating it.
or being what a lot of people call a manipulative mud pie in Josh Hawley, who's and in Missouri they're trying to just get rid of every Democratic congressman in Missouri, and they're taking over our democracy, and Democrats are like, no one is above the law. We'll wait and see how this goes out. I want someone to check Merrick Garland's pulse to see if he's around, if he's alive.
I have no idea.
It's discouraging to me.
It is. I've had to change how I consume Twitter because I just get aggravated. There's these people I follow like, this is the big one. Oh, this is the time. It's coming down. No.
Trump had a rough week this week.
Yeah.
Did he?
Oh.
Did he?
Yeah.
And I just don't understand it, Chris. And I'm beginning frustrated. And I do not blame Joe Biden. I think this is congressional leadership. I guess I blamed Schumer. He's the leader of the Senate, and all you hear about is Mitch McConnell.
You're right about that. Yeah.
At least you hear Nancy Pelosi trying to do something.
Yeah, but you're right. Once Schumer became the majority leader in the Senate, you've not heard anything
I
from
know.
him. Yeah. Sad.
So there you go. Let's go to the next question.
Yeah, maybe it'll be more of an uplifting kind of question.
Yeah, probably. Judge Jed Rakoff dismissed Who's inflammation lawsuit against the New York Times.
This one I know. It's Sarah Palin.
Sarah Palin, that's right. I guess. Okay, so this pisses me off too.
Oh, shoot,
Okay.
it's not uplifting.
So they said something in an editorial about, I don't know. I have it here.
Oh, okay.
Let me see if I have it correctly.
I'm sure you do.
Sarah Palin's like a dumb bitch and everything.
Oh, wow. That's
So-
a direct quote?
Yeah, that's a direct quote.
Well, that's not nice.
That was a fun comedic element. And they proved that that's not true, but since she's a public figure, they couldn't, there was no, they thought it was an opinion that she was a dumb bitch.
Oh.
And since they couldn't prove it that she was, it was unfactual, but they get to say that she's a public figure.
Gotcha.
Something along those lines.
Uh-huh.
If the judge wouldn't have overturned it, it would have been really bad because then more public people could go after news things, which
Yeah.
I think I would love to see Nancy Pelosi go after Fox News.
That would be fun. Yeah.
But they still got it wrong. And it just adds to everyone believing everything is fake news.
Yeah.
I think the press, the media, cares about clicks and they care about likes. And I'll give you an example, Chris.
Okay.
I have an elderly gentleman who is my uncle named. We call him Uncle Mike.
Oh, I know him.
Yes. He's, I think, 98, something like that. He's very elderly. He brought in this thing. It was like, I'm like, is that a weekly reader? But it actually was the Kansas City Star. Because I hadn't seen it since I was a kid.
Right.
On the front page of the Star was a headline that said,
Yes.
the Kansas City Star hires 3 new investigative reporters.
That was their headline?
Yes.
In their own paper?
Now,
Wow.
I'll give them this. It was in the bottom fold.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
What? Number one, old Uncle Mike bought the paper.
Wow.
Why you got to try to sell him to buy another? He's already bought it. Okay. Have you seen the paper lately, too?
Not in a long time. Is it teeny now?
Teeny.
It's like the Reader's Digest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Spirit of '86 made it is more.
Wow.
It was much more.
Yeah.
But it's stuff like that. It's like they're fish in water who can't see the water. They don't understand what they're doing, and everything you hear from the media is, oh, we're important, and Trump is bad because he doesn't like the media. Oh, Joe Biden was mean to a reporter. Did you hear that one?
Yes.
Blah, blah. They don't see that they're part of the system as
Yeah.
well, and developing it. And this is an example of it. They don't-
And part of the problem.
yes, they're
Huge
huge
part
of the problem.
Yeah.
Let's go to the next question.
Okay.
Prince Andrew will retain which dukedom after settling his sexual abuse case or civil case with Virginia Goofin?
Sussex? I don't know. I don't know what it is.
No,
Do you?
isn't that Chris Norton? Is it?
I'm the Duke of Sussex.
Oh man, I did it wrong. I'm sorry, Chris. It is York.
Wow.
He is the Duke.
We're not
Duke,
doing great.
Duke of York. Yeah.
He had 10,000 men or underage women.
Yeah, he should go to jail. Okay.
Oh, God. Yeah, what a creep.
Question 4. A priest in Arizona resigned after learning he incorrectly performed baptisms for decades. Which, oh, yeah, I heard about this.
I heard about this,
Using
too.
which word by mistake?
I don't know which word he used, but I know they're saying because he had a wrong word, none of these people have valid baptisms. So
Yeah.
they're going straight to hell.
Yeah, clearly. He used the word we. Oh. He used the word we. And you guys can't see it. He said we instead of I, which sounds nice. He said, the priest said, we baptize you in the name of the Father, meaning the church, instead of I baptize you, referring to Christ.
Oh.
But what they don't know, he wasn't saying the English word we,
Oh.
because he just urinated in that baptism thing.
You know what? If the water's warm, how are you not going to urinate in there?
Wait, but that's yes, though. The French word is yes, not pee. Anyway, wee. He was saying wee.
Hey, you're workshopping this thing right now. It's fine.
Okay, so is this an example of how ridiculous religion and
Yes.
the Catholic Church can be nowadays?
Yes.
There's somebody out there who, I don't know, maybe she lives in Country Meadows and has a bald son-in-law who is like, oh my God, I'm not baptized anymore because of this word.
And that's what's... So you have people that I'm sure many of them entered into it very sincerely, went through the preparation, whatever, prayed over their kid before they were going to get baptized, or if they were an older convert, praying themselves, and now because one little word, it's invalid. That just blows my mind.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I would hope they would not, if they're deep in their faith, that doesn't stop them.
Yeah.
Chris,
Yeah.
2 and 2.
We got to bone up.
I know, but let's finish the podcast.
Okay. All right.
The next question is, are we Joe Burrows or are we Patrick Mahomes? Okay. Or Matthew Stafford. Let's go with that one. Which head coach of the Los Angeles Rams became the youngest ever to win a Super Bowl?
Oh, Sean McVay.
Sean McVay. That's correct, Chris.
Okay,
Congratulations.
okay. Woo. We didn't get an F, at least. We got a D.
It was previously held by Mike Tomlin.
Oh, yeah, Steelers coach and
Yeah.
that guy that we went to high school with.
Yeah. He was my roommate in college for one semester, too.
Oh, was he really? I
Yeah,
didn't
so
know
that was
that.
cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and he beat it from John Madden before, who we lost.
Oh, seriously?
During our morning time. That's one of the other reasons. How are we supposed to continue with the podcast when Betty White's not with us anymore?
I don't know. That was something I didn't even know if I could talk about.
Yeah, well,
I miss her.
I
And I
think
miss her
people knew.
dusty muffin.
yeah. There's some things that Texter are saying that I'm not going to repeat.
Oh, good. Okay.
He thinks that Josh Hawley is a manipulative mud pie. He remembers when that lady on MSNBC had a single page of Trump's tax returns, and it was basically the cover page.
Oh, uh-huh.
He doesn't like her. He also doesn't like Fox News. His dog fetches the paper for him. That's nice. The dog loves the Kansas City Star.
Yeah.
Dookie. Inside joke. They are going to hell as they should. Thank God there are Mormons and Scientologists to keep things normal.
It's a great point.
John Madden. Chris, we've been talking a lot.
Boy, we have. This has been a long first segment.
Yeah, and the good news is the show will be over at some point, folks. So don't worry. We're going to take a break.
Yeah, sounds good.
We will be back with more Past Week Next Week with Chris and Paul.
Looking at the past 7 days so you don't have to. You could join in on the experiment by calling or texting us at 913-735-0060.
We've been told that perfect mornings exist for the lucky few. That morning people own the waking hours. But the truth is, mornings belong to all of us. Your mornings are what you make of them. All it takes is saying yes. Starbucks Morning Yes.
Look for Starbucks coffee in a grocery store near you, then sit back and enjoy the exceptional taste of Starbucks at home.
Hi, this is Chickless Goose from Counterclockwise KC. Listen to our program each and every Saturday and Sunday at 7 p.m. right here on KCTK Radio. Personality driven radio.
Hi, guys. It's your old friend Paul from KCTK Radio, reminding you again to download the KCTK Radio app. You're listening and you're going, I don't need the app, but you do need the app. Here's why. It's free, okay? You already got Candy Crush, all kinds of jackleg apps on your phone.
It's free.
Yeah, just get it for free. And then if you ever want to participate live sometime, you can put the notification on there. Also, you always can get the podcast on there as soon as they come out. So it's a fun thing to do. I'm asking you, I'm pleading with you, please. You're going to have fun. I've noticed something about you. You need to relax a little bit. You know, you need to kind of chill out.
Get away from TikTok.
Yeah, get away from TikTok for a little bit and listen to the KCTK Radio app. It's free. It will get into your brain and it will never leave you. So join us on the KCTK Radio app and have fun for once in your life. Do it the KCTK podcast way.
This is Tracy from Tracy's Tips and Dips. Listen to the show every weekday at 11:30 a.m. and our live show Wednesday evening at 7 p.m. right here on KCTK Radio, personality-driven radio.
Chris?
Yeah.
This is our special time to tell about some of the products that we know and love.
Okay.
It's what you call live read in the business, folks.
Yeah, yep. This is radio without a net.
Mm-hmm. Now, usually I've told you about the Ranger Robs.
Right.
Told you about BS Barbecue.
Mm-hmm.
Delicious.
Oh, so good.
Now I'm giving it to you, Chris. What product do you want to talk about?
Oh, wow. I didn't realize this was happening.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, folks, there's a product that changed my life. And let me tell you why. Every morning when I get up, I like to start my day with a cup of coffee.
Okay.
Now, here's an issue. I have a nice coffee maker, a nice machine, but oftentimes my wife doesn't want coffee. So what do I do if I don't want to drink a whole pot? I'll tell you what I do, Paul. I use my Nespresso VirtuaLine.
You have one of those.
Yeah, it's a wonderful way to get 1 cup of delicious, fresh brewed coffee whenever I want, and I don't have to worry about what to do with the rest of the pot because you know what? There's no rest of the pot.
There's no pot to piss in.
Right.
For that.
Yeah.
So, you got one when I got rid of mine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't you think that's interesting?
It is weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
I enjoy it. And I would highly recommend it, especially if you're lonely and single and depressed. You don't need a whole pot of coffee.
I have some extra caplets if you want some.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take them. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, because I took that machine to my office, and so I had myself a cup of coffee in the afternoon.
Well, why wouldn't you take your capsules to?
Because it doesn't work anymore. It broke the other day, so I had to get a Keurig.
Okay. Oh, that's why. Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I'll definitely take your pods, and I'll definitely recommend, folks, get yourself an espresso. It changed my life, and it can change yours.
Okay, no wait. But now you're into this. What do you think of what I made today for you with an espresso machine?
That was really good.
Okay.
And you have a very fancy espresso machine up there. Yeah, that was
I don't
quite
just
delicious.
put a caplet in a Nestle Quick thing and just go along like you do. I make it with love.
Yeah. I mean, I scored a little love in mine sometimes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, coffee.
Yeah.
Try it out. Try it out today. And tell them, Gilly said you. Okay, we're kind of back.
Kinda.
Hey, big KCTK radio news.
Yeah?
So, we have programs. I mean, we're playing all kinds of different programs. We have a new one called Con Man's Comedy Time.
What? That sounds hilarious.
And it's very much like the old Dr. Demento show.
Oh, yeah.
It's a Fridays at 5 p.m. for 2 hours.
Yeah.
And it's out of California, and the guy emails me all the time.
Oh, boy.
Hey, why is there dead air on your station? Hey, are you playing the right episode? And I'm like, I don't know, dude. Dead air, we don't care at KCTK Radio. And then one week I had a little trouble with the app, with the KCTK Radio app, which I recommend you download.
Yeah.
Today.
How much is it though?
It's free though.
Oh, okay.
So you can listen online, you can listen through Facebook, but also the app. Well, the app for some reason was down for a second.
Oh no.
But the rest of them were there, but he got Demento on me. That's what he did.
Oh.
Yeah. And I feel bad because the guy does a lot of shows. Now, another great show, is our friend Sean. A.K.A. Chickless the Goose. He does the counterclockwise KC show.
Everything that you said makes a lot of sense.
And you met him when we did the live thing.
Oh, yeah. He gave me a shirt.
Yeah.
And super nice guy.
I got this hat right here, folks.
Yeah, I just wore that shirt the other day.
Yeah. Wasn't the shirt like a baby small? I can't fit in it. But
kind of a medium.
So anyway, I think he's become the new Tracy's Tips and Dips. He's the basic leader of the platform.
Well, we all miss Tracy.
Yeah, but she's retired. She's moved on to bigger and better things.
Hey, good for her.
She's planning her wedding.
Oh, is she getting married?
Mm-hmm.
Has she told Tim?
Nope.
Oh,
he doesn't know about it, but he'll be there because he'll be the groom.
Ah.
And it's going to be very romantic. I don't know what the dips will be doing in the wedding.
Yeah.
But it'll be nice.
I know what's going to happen with the tip, though. If you know what I'm saying.
I don't. What do you mean?
Oh, I don't know.
So please listen. Please keep listening. Here's some showbiz news.
All right. Hey, this is a big one to start out with.
Okay.
Chet Hanks said he didn't have a strong male role model growing up. Chet Hanks is reflecting on growing up the child of famous parents Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson. Chet talked about his upbringing surrounded by wealth and fame. My experience was even more complicated because on top of fame already being toxic, I wasn't even famous, Hanks said.
What do you think of this?
I think he's insane. Yeah.
You know, I guess, you know, mental illness is a terrible thing, and we need to, I think we need to, like, just call it out a little bit and be happier with, not happier with it, what am I trying to say, Chris? Normalize it.
Yes, we do need to normalize it, and because people suffer in silence with mental illness, and we need to just have it out there that it's okay to talk about it. It's okay to seek treatment. It's good to do that, and we all are on that spectrum somewhere.
And, you know, every family has their person in their family. Like, my brothers and my family, they point at me and say, you're out of your mind. So,
Right.
So I don't know who it is in our family.
There's no way to tell.
No. But I feel on the surface, it's like, you spoiled little brat.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, I wonder what's going on with the guy.
Obviously
we know Tom
something.
Hanks is a great father. We all saw Bosom Buddies.
Oh, yeah.
And we all saw the way he raised that Wilson on that one movie.
Yes, yeah.
Right.
I mean, between his role in Big and Forrest Gump, he was probably the strongest male role model I've had in my life.
Yeah.
And don't forget Bachelor Party. Don't forget it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think the problem with Chet is that his dad kept going around going, is he like me? You know? And Rita's like, no, he's not.
Yeah.
So.
That's awesome.
Thanks. Hey, Chris.
Yeah.
This is interesting to get your reaction on this one.
Okay.
Yellowstone actor says he won't attend the SAG Awards because of vaccine rules. An actor for the hit Paramount series Yellowstone says he will not be attending the SAG Awards this month due to the event's COVID-19 vaccine requirements. Forey J. Smith, who plays ranch hand Lloyd Pierce on the show. I mean no offense to anyone, Smith said. I'm not vaccinated, and it's a requirement to be vaccinated at the Screen Actors Guild Awards ceremony. He added he will not get vaccinated.
You want my reaction?
Yes.
I'm through being mad about this stuff. To me, okay, that's great. He understands. He's not crashing the party. He's not demanding that they let him in.
He's not crying about his freedom.
He's not crying. He's saying, you got to be vaccinated. I'm not going to, so I won't be there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
That's exactly my reaction to it.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
And I want everyone to be vaccinated so we can be done with stupid masks.
Oh, man.
And shutdowns. I'm sick of it. Just get vaccinated. And if you don't want to get vaccinated, just don't be vaccinated. Just don't come around.
Yeah.
Okay?
Right.
You know, that's all I can say now. That's
Yeah.
all
I'm with you.
That's all I want to say, and that's it. Thanks for tuning in, folks.
Yeah, and I will say I love his character on the show.
Yes,
for whatever.
but
that's
he wasn't
worth.
nominated for squat, so.
And maybe that's the real reason. Okay. Well, hey.
Back to you, Chris.
So,
also in unvaccinated news,
yes, Shailene Woodley and Aaron Rodgers call off their engagement. Shailene Woodley and Aaron Rodgers have called off their engagement. Have you ever noticed these stories? The headline is almost always repeated verbatim in the first sentence of the story.
Yep.
They grew apart. Both have busy careers, and unfortunately, their relationship took a back seat. There is no animosity, and they will remain friends, a source said. Their breakup comes nearly 1 year after Woodley's interview in which she confirmed that she was planning to wed the football star. Okay, but they're not going to remain friends, right?
Right. And talk about a pile of mud pie. Whoever wrote this. He's a nut job, and she could be too, but they got tired of it's too much stress.
Yeah.
He's a nut job. People of Green Bay don't even like him, even though he's the MVP. He's off his rocker.
Yeah. Yeah.
And folks, those of you wanting to defend him, say, well, Paul, you just said the guy before is not vaccinated. Well, guess what? Aaron Rodgers lied about it.
Yeah.
And he's an ass to his team.
Yep.
So take that, everyone.
Uh-huh.
I would love it if he would. Well, I don't know. He's good, so I kind of regret saying this a little bit. I'd love it if he came to the AFC West where we could just kick his butt all the time.
Could happen.
Mm-hmm.
He could go to Denver. I keep hearing little rumblings that perhaps that could happen.
Well,
Yeah.
Rocky Mountain High is what I say.
Yeah.
Hey, Chris.
Sure.
Enough with Will and Jada.
Okay.
There's a petition to stop media interviewing the Smiths. A petition asking reporters to stop interviewing Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith has garnered more than 2,500 signatures and counting. Appearing on the petition hosting site change.org, the appeal that started by user Dexter Morales on November 16th with the caption, "Stop interviewing Will and Jada Smith." While Morales did not reveal his motivation for starting the petition, signatories expressed their frustration at the celebrity couple's tendency to disclose ultimate details of their private lives. I feel like I've heard this one before. Maybe I didn't change the thing. But
It's just
there we go.
so ridiculous.
Now, did he get nominated for an Academy Award?
Dexter Morales or Will Smith?
Will Smith.
Did he? He may have for King Richard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, have you seen that movie?
I have. It was very good.
Okay, tell me, how is it compelling when it's about the dad of the two most celebrated athletes who were amazing?
So what was compelling to me, and who knows how true it is, but was all the adversity that they were against as a family, and yet the dad just kept pushing and pushing and pushing, and everything he did.
Now, was he a Joe Jackson type father, or was he?
The movie didn't portray him as a Joe Jackson, like as far as being mean and beating the kids. But he was kind of an asshole to people. I mean, he was driven to the point of being almost insufferable. But then I don't know if his kids would have had the success that they had if he wasn't that way. So that was what was compelling to me. It wasn't making him out to be a hero story, but it also wasn't a hit piece on him. So it was good.
It's inappropriate for me to bring this up, but I'm going to. I find Serena Williams very attractive.
Yes.
I think she's a powerful woman.
Yeah.
Maybe an argument could be made, Chris. The best athlete ever in the history of time.
It could be made, yeah.
But since she's, got that athletic build.
Yeah.
She's not. I've talked to some other guys who are like, well, she's not traditionally the hot chick. Mm-hmm. And they don't find her attractive. And I'm like, I don't get it.
Interesting.
I think her power is she's just so cool.
Well, and you'll,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. And you'll, if you see the movie, you'll probably like her even more, even though it focuses a little more on Venus than on her, just because of the timing of the story that they're telling. Yeah, Venus is older.
Serena was older.
No, Venus is older.
Huh.
Yeah. So then Serena came up a little bit later, but yeah, check out the movie. Check it out for a while.
All right, but I can't. I've already signed this petition.
Well, I'm sure with 2,500 signatures, I'm sure a lot of media outlets are going to be paying attention.
Okay.
Dr. Dre talks Eminem taking a knee at the Super Bowl. It was all good in the hood during the Super Bowl halftime show, according to Dre. The Uber producer who performed...
No, he didn't say that, did he? Okay.
Who performed along with Eminem, said there was no problem with Eminem taking a knee during the show. The gesture was made famous by former NFL quarterback Colin Kaepernick as an act of protest against police brutality and racial discrimination, and there had been a report that the NFL requested that Eminem not do it.
But he's going to do it. He's going to do it to it.
He's going to do it. Yeah. And then, I don't know if you saw this. So then Rudy Giuliani got on some podcast and said Eminem should move out of the country if he's going to take a knee during the halftime show. Colbert did oh my God, did a little thing of basically a diss song
rap,
of Eminem to Rudy, and it is funny. Check it out on your preferred social media. Paul?
Thanks, Chris. I think what I think is funny about this is that I watched the halftime and I didn't really notice what he was doing.
Yeah.
And the woke leftist media has to fawn over him for doing it, and then the right wing nut jobs have to get all offended because he kneeled. And by the way, there was no flag around. It had nothing to do with the flag.
Yes.
It just was something that they, you know, they don't like, that he actually supports people they don't like. And so they just, where Paul's just like, man, that's a cool old time song I'm listening to.
You're
You know,
right.
I didn't know he kneeled. I don't know. Is that part of the choreography? Did Paula Abdul have him do that? I don't know.
Right. You don't know.
Yeah. Let me say this, and I thank you for liking my tweet. You're the only one that does. Everyone on this halftime show was like, man, this is the best thing that ever happened to hip hop. Well, Jay-Z's played before. Hip hop has done the halftime show before.
Right.
Okay, so let's just stop there. I wouldn't call him hip hop, but some could. The Weeknd was the performer last time. Okay? People didn't like him.
Yeah.
Here's why people didn't like him. The halftime show is the biggest show all year. Nobody knew The Weeknd. Now you're saying, well, everyone knows him. No, old people don't know him.
Yeah.
And that's why your Rolling Stones, your McCartneys, your has Elton John ever done it? He should do it.
Oh, yeah, he should. I don't know if he has.
All these type people are the most popular ones because it's oldies.
Yep.
Do you remember you were a kid? You'd be in your dad's car and he would play.
He'd turn it on WHB.
Right, the oldies.
Yeah.
Well, that's what Eminem and Dr. Dre are.
Yes, and you tweeted that, which was hilarious.
The Chronic came out in 1993.
Oh my God.
Okay, so it's oldies, and they can act like it's a big deal, and the conservatives be mad. There's not enough white people in there. Just these are oldie time music. Okay.
Yes.
There you go.
It's oldie time. Yeah. And I loved a friend of the show, Brian Morris, tweeted something like, I'll paraphrase, but hey, before any of you get all upset one way or the other about the halftime show, remember it's just a giant Pepsi commercial.
Yeah, exactly.
I loved that. Like, oh yeah, that's a great perspective.
And, you know, Snoop Dogg's up there, and remember, oh my, Snoop Dogg. Now he's on a cooking show now. I mean, he's the mainstream guy.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of, for the older generation, who would be an equivalent. And really Elvis, maybe, because Elvis was controversial and out there, and then became mainstream. So just, you're old. America, you're old and you like old stuff. Don't act like you're hip because you liked Dr. Dre. Back to you, Chris.
All right. And back to you, Paul.
Oh, do I read the last one? Okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of one of the top hip-hop artists of all time, Nick Cannon clarifies if he's trying to get Mariah Carey back. Oh, I thought that said Jim Carrey. Sorry.
Oh, I thought
Nick
it was
Cannon,
Drew Carey.
Nick Cannon sampled a song from his ex-wife Mariah Carey's in his new single Alone, and says people are reading into that. On his daytime talk show Wednesday, Cannon responded to reports that he was using the song in an effort to win Carey back. Oh. That's very beautiful.
That is, yeah. A little desperate, but beautiful.
I don't know the details, but that's never stopped me before on the show. I guess Nick Cannon has like 1,500 kids.
Yeah, a lot of kids. I don't know. Yeah.
And most of them with Mariah Carey.
Is that true? I have no idea.
I think so.
Okay.
Let's look here what the texter has to say.
Oh, he's been busy.
He sure has.
Wow.
What about Chet from Modern Science?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a bad Chet, too.
I don't remember Chet from... I remember Chet from Weird Science.
Oh, right. Weird Science, yes.
Kanye West is not mentally ill.
Okay.
Did you know they spread the virus through dust cropping?
No.
Del Bagwoodley? Oh, I get it. Do you subscribe to the theory that Aaron Rodgers is gay and that his girlfriends are beards? I do not. I think he's just a jerk.
No, to me, I feel like he's gay and his girlfriends have beards.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I like that. John Elway, he's not a fan of John Elway.
No.
I hate John Elway too, but he's always, just because he beat us.
It was so heartbreaking.
Same way I hate Tom Brady. It's just, and Joe Burrows. I'll put him in there too.
It's probably the same way the Bills feel about Mahomes.
Mm-hmm. That's right. He was like Tiger Woods' dad. Oh, Tiger Woods' dad was rough on them, right?
Yeah.
Bo Jackson has that title of the greatest athlete ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, no, Bo Jackson may be physical athlete, but he didn't win championships.
Yeah, he's not as accomplished.
Yeah.
Because he jacked up his hip.
Yeah, Serena has won lots of championships.
Yeah.
I don't know. I still think Tom Brady is probably the guy because it's a team sport. It's the most important sport. It's harder to win.
Yeah.
I heard a commentary on the about the football.
Yeah.
And they keep saying this Joe Burrows and Patrick Mahomes and what's the guy Josh Allen.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna see them return to the Super Bowl over and over again. And it's like, really, how many did Marino get?
Yeah.
You know,
right.
Really, Peyton Manning only had 2.
Yeah, you don't know how big your opportunity is going to be.
Yeah, and maybe that I'm criticizing myself now, folks, being so upset with the Chiefs. I mean, we were in the Super Bowl twice.
Right.
And never before that for 50 years. So it just...
And the window could be closed for us. We might not ever see ourselves get back again in our lifetime.
Yeah.
You just don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's depressing. If he had the energy, he would have been in the Hall of Fame for 2 sports.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Maybe, but
he had the injury.
Right. And maybe his team wouldn't have been that good. This is just in. Snoop Dogg smokes grass.
What?
I use Pollard as my social media of choice.
Good call.
That's nice. I thought all those who were offended by Colin Kaepernick were going to stop watching NFL. WTF, are they still watching and crying? That's
a fair question.
Jim Carrey's Mariah's brother.
I don't believe that.
And he has lots of kids.
No, that's true too.
Well, we got you. We told you about the news. We got you updated the last 2 months about what's been going on. But there's always the future, Chris.
Yeah.
And let's not forget about that, okay?
Sure. No, I think
we
be
have
doing
that
a disservice if we did.
Let's just put that to the side right now to remember that the past is the past and we need to look forward. That's what we do on this show. And that's why we always give you headlines and predictions.
Thank you, Paul. President Biden said there was a strong chance Russia would invade Ukraine in the next several days, warning that Moscow was engaged in a false flag or flare drop or Operation Peep Tom operation to have an excuse to go in. He also said there was a strong chance that he will accidentally call the First Lady Mama up to 2 times a day. Paul?
That's fantastic.
Oh, it's for you.
It's going with the theme of telling other people's jokes, okay?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
A New York judge ruled that former President Donald Trump and 2 of his adult children, Donald Trump Jr. and Ivanka Trump, must testify under oath in State Attorney General's investigation into their business practices. The judge said State Supreme Court Judge Arthur Egron rejected requests from Trump's lawyers to squash the subpoena, which they said were part of a politically motivated investigation. Fox News bashed the politically motivated investigation, saying such things should not be in America, then talked about Hillary Clinton's emails for the next 24 hours. Chris?
It's not even a joke. It's just truth. Thank you, Paul. Canadian police started arresting organizers of the so-called Freedom Convoy that's been clogging streets in the capital city, Ottawa, near Parliament for more than 2 weeks. A spokesperson for the Freedom Convoy 2022, one of the main groups behind the coronavirus restriction protest, said leaders Tamara Litch and Chris Barber had been arrested, with Litch charged with aiding and abetting mischief.
Ooh.
She's currently in jail, sharing a cell with other mischief makers Garfield and Dennis the Menace. Paul? It's dumb.
He broke down on mischief.
It's the only way I can figure to go with that one.
The Florida House passed a bill seeking to ban abortion in the state after 15 weeks of pregnancy. Republicans pushed through the bill through a party line vote, 78 to 39 vote. The Senate, also controlled by the GOP, is expecting to promptly take up the proposal and send it to Governor Ron DeSantis for his signature. The proposal would establish the state's strictest abortion restrictions since 1973's Roe v. Wade. When asked about the Florida abortion bill, former President Donald Trump said, "I thought I paid that." Chris?
I see where you were going with other people.
Oh, I'm not done yet.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, astronomers are watching the skies, waiting for two cosmic giants to collide. In a galaxy located 1.2 billion light years from Earth, a pair of black holes could potentially be engaged in a gravitational tango, pulling closer and closer to one another until they merge as one supermassive black hole, completely obliterating the space taint currently between them. Paul?
And finally, an 85-year-old man from India is being investigated after claiming to have received 11 COVID-19 vaccine doses in less than a year. The retired postman was stopped by getting what he claimed would have been his 12th shot earlier this month. Mr. Mandel claims that the COVID-19 vaccine has made his ailments, many of them considered normal as age, disappear. Based on this news, Disney announced a new hero in the Marvel Universe called the Vintage Vaccine Vishnu, played by, you guessed it, Frank Stallone. I couldn't think of anyone old.
Hey, you know what? We're getting back into it. It's been a minute, dude. We both gave it our all there. That's all I can say on that.
That was it?
I mean, when you've got Dennis the Menace and Space Taint as your punchlines, you know it's a rough week.
Thanks, Chris.
Yeah.
And I thought I paid that. But the real question, according to the texter, why do the Republican voters go along with policies that harm democracy? Well, here's why. They love being lied to.
Wow.
And I listened to, it was the James Carville podcast.
Uh-huh.
I recommend it, everyone. Someone came on to talk about race relations. And in the 60s, in a southern city, I'm not remembering what it was.
Mm-hmm. Tupelo?
Let's go with Tupelo.
Okay.
They made a beautiful, beautiful public swimming pool.
Sounds
and
nice.
all the families in the city would come, but then the black families wouldn't come.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they didn't let the black families there.
Ah, of course.
So the black family sued.
Mm-hmm.
Well, clearly it was discrimination by not letting them use public facilities.
Right.
So the city tore down the pool,
Oh, my God.
filled it up, and got rid of it.
Wow.
We are dealing with people who have that mentality. They want other people to lose more than they want you to win. They think that anytime a minority or even now a Democrat does anything good, it hurts them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy.
Well, it comes very much from the scarcity mentality of, if you get anything, if you have any chance to get ahead, then that lessens what I get,
Yes.
and I am not going to stand
That's right.
for it.
So that's why when he asked, why do Republicans go along with this to harm democracy? Because Democrats are for it, democracy, being for democracy, so they're against it. It's that simple.
Yep.
They view them as their enemies. Throw this theory out.
Uh-oh.
Japanese people and Chinese people have hated each other for a long time.
Right.
Pakistani people and Indian people
It's a
hate
big
each
one.
other.
Mm-hmm.
Irish people and English people hate each other.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we're in America. I can't tell the difference between any of them. Okay? You give me a Pakistani and Indian, I don't know.
Yeah.
We have grown enough in this world and through our history. We've been around long enough that now we're them. The rest of the world is looking at us going, why do you hate each other so much? You're exactly the same in my eyes. Because I don't know the difference. I don't know. English accent, Irish, I don't know. And you hate each other. But the problem is that we all live right next door to each other and not different
There's
states.
yeah, right. There's not a border between us that
Yeah.
yeah.
So I'm proposing a border. Except the problem is I'll have to move, I think, because I'm deep in.
You're
the
in
other
red country, buddy. Yeah.
Yeah. And then we could just have a war and get it over with.
Or we could do New Missouri, as you've talked about in the past.
Yeah, New Missouri was my proposal to. I mean, Missouri is. I used to think Missouri was unique in the fact of the fights between rural and urban, but I think there's a lot of states that are like this too. But my idea, and I almost wrote a bill on it, is that New Missouri is the I-70 corridor, and we get Columbia in there, St. Louis, and Kansas City.
Yeah. Then
what we do, out of generosity, we give kind of the northwestern part. Maybe we give that over to Kansas, and then the other part to Iowa.
Fair enough.
Okay, and then the South can either become its new state of just old Missouri, or it can just be northern Arkansas.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we all can be happy. Part of the Division 2 New Missouri would have all the hospitals and colleges because they don't like those things.
No, they don't need that socialistic bull crap.
Right. But if you lived in New Missouri and you want to go shoot yourself a gun, you got to go to Old Missouri, and you're welcome to do it. Just walk around with any type of firearm that you want.
Yeah. Might as well call it Dog Patch. Just go down, live amongst the hillbillies.
But I'm saying that we would go back and forth. They would every once in a while when they don't have a vaccine, they need to go to the hospital. They would come to New Missouri.
Sure.
A lot of times when we want to visit nature and get flat out wasted going down a river on an inner tube, we would go visit them.
So the big appeal of Old Missouri is getting wasted on a river.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I get
Have
it.
you not seen the flag? I want to look at the Missouri flag real closely, and you'll see that a wasted man on an inner tube floating down. I believe the Niagara River, but I think it's applicable to any of them.
Yeah. It could be Jack's Fork. It could be the White River. You don't know.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
But Odessa lies right in the corridor too. Well, this is what the plan's not perfect. I mean, I can't go. I'm not a detail-oriented man. I'm going to give this over to the texter. I have this big, broad vision.
Yeah.
There's so many people in the world who had vision like me.
So many. Yes.
You know? I'd say Jefferson. I don't know. Who was that guy in the middle 19th century? He had a new vision for a new Europe.
Oh God, what was his name? God.
Hey, Chris, I've dug myself a hole. I'd like to maybe, I don't know, anything else? Like, what's going on next week?
Yeah, next week. So, I've got the sit down with this talent agency, so I'll be happy to report back on that. Other than that, not a whole lot going on this week. Just still, working, doing my thing, helping out the folks at Quest Diagnostics. God bless them.
Well, I'm interested. I'll be having lunch with Chris and probably the texter sometime.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
I hope so. And just kind of doing what I do,
Yeah, it's your thing.
Yeah, and that should be fun. I'm going to be doing the week review.
It's coming back?
It's coming back. We have a very special guest.
Nice.
Coming up, and we're very excited by it. So, that's it. That's it for the show.
That's all we got.
So, take us home, Chris.
Sure. Hey, everybody, thanks for listening to Past Week, Next Week with Chris and Paul, especially after our hiatus. You're going to love the reboot. Since you do love the Also, make sure you listen to all the great programs on KCTK Radio. Plus, support all of our sponsors, including Nespresso Virtualine. On behalf of Paul, I'm Chris saying goodbye.
And on behalf of Chris, I want to end us with a song I think we've done before, but we're never going to
We're no strangers to love. You know the rules, and so do I. I've still commitments what I'm thinking of. You wouldn't get this from any other guy. I just want to tell you how I the game and we're gonna play it. I just wanna tell you how I'm feeling. Gotta make you understand. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around and desert you. Never gonna make you cry. Never gonna say goodbye. Never gonna tell a lie and hurt you. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around and desert you. Never gonna make you cry. Never gonna say goodbye. Never gonna tell a lie and hurt you. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around and desert you. Never gonna make you cry. Never gonna say goodbye. Never gonna tell a lie.
This has been a KCTK production, produced by Paul Lavoda. If you want more information
In 5, 4.
some real weirdness going on, you can always check out KCTK Radio on Facebook. Listen to live programs at kctkradio.com. Yes, and that is on the World Wide Web. Thank you.
Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down.